Right now, your gut bacteria might be starving. With nothing else to eat, they turn to you, digesting the protective lining of your own intestines. Breaching this barrier allows inflammatory compounds to leak into your bloodstream and reach the brain, triggering the fog you can't shake, the stubborn bloating, and that chronic afternoon fatigue. We usually imagine the digestive system as a continuous conveyor belt. You put food in, and it naturally pushes the older food out. But as this split-screen diagram illustrates, the small intestine actually operates in two strictly separated modes. On one side, you have eating mode, which acts like an active mechanical factory processing nutrients. On the other, you have cleaning mode, a deep physical sweep of the entire system. You cannot do both at once. Our modern habit of constant grazing keeps us perpetually trapped on the factory floor. When we eat breakfast, follow it with a mid-morning snack, have lunch, a sugary coffee, and then dinner, the cleaning crew never gets a chance to clock in. Because that cleaning cycle never activates, cellular debris and undigested food pile up. The bacteria stagnate in the small intestine, leading to heavy fermentation and a painful condition known as SIBO, or small intestinal bacterial overgrowth. To fix this, we look at a biological mechanism called the migrating motor complex, or MMC. It acts as your internal street sweeper, generating a powerful wave of movement that forces undigested debris downward, out of the small intestine and into the colon where it belongs. This timeline chart maps exactly how the street sweeper operates. It requires your stomach to be completely empty for up to 2 hours just to prepare for a shift. Once initiated, it takes a full 90 minutes of active sweeping to complete the cycle, but the rule is absolute. Ingesting anything, even a handful of almonds, causes the entire 90-minute cleaning block to shatter immediately. The solution is to space your meals by 4 to 5 hours. A rumbling stomach between lunch and dinner is rarely a cry for food. That is the sound of your internal street sweeper doing its job. Once the streets are swept, we can address the actual ecosystem living in the gut. Throwing generic probiotic pills at a damaged system is like scattering seeds onto solid concrete. If the environment is barren, nothing takes hold. The American Gut Project, a massive microbiome study, found a very clear predictor of digestive health. The healthiest ecosystems belong to people consuming at least 30 different plant species every single week. This network graph shows why a wide diet is required. Different bacterial strains thrive on different specific plant fibers. One species needs the fiber from onions, another relies on walnuts, and another on raspberries. Feeding a diverse network exponentially multiplies the good bacteria, literally crowding out the harmful weeds. True gut repair requires this specific two-step sequence. You have to enforce the empty space to let the street sweeper flush the system, and only then can you seed the clean terrain with a massive variety of plant fibers. The third element of this biological operating system is the clock. Digestion has a circadian rhythm. Insulin sensitivity and digestive enzymes peak during the daylight hours and drop off drastically after dark. Eating a heavy meal late at night forces a skeleton crew to process your food. Because the system is slow, blood sugar stays elevated longer, and you disrupt the specific bacteria responsible for producing sleep-regulating chemicals like melatonin. By compressing your food intake into a 10 to 12-hour window during the day, you align your diet with your body's active phase. This allows the digestive system to completely shut down and focus energy on cellular regeneration overnight. But perfect timing and perfect food still fail if the wiring is frayed. As this anatomical illustration shows, the gut and brain are physically tethered together by the vagus nerve, a biological superhighway dictating traffic between the two organs. Traffic on this highway is controlled by your stress levels. If you are anxious about an upcoming meeting or scrolling through negative news, your body perceives a survival threat. It diverts blood away from your stomach and cuts the power to your digestion. You have to manually toggle the system back to rest and digest before you start eating. Taking 3 slow, deep breaths, making the exhale longer than the inhale, sends a physical signal to the brain that you are safe, instantly switching the digestive power back on. Finally, we have to stop poisoning the soil. We passively ingest chemicals that act like biological bombs to our microbiome. Overusing broad-spectrum antibiotics, chlorine in tap water, and chemical pesticides on our produce constantly wash away the healthy organic structures in our gut. Eating a diverse array of plants accomplishes nothing if the system is fed late, operating under immense neurological stress, and enduring daily chemical weed killers. Repairing the gut is a matter of respecting the body's specific biological operating instructions. If you give the system the right environment, its capacity to forgive is astonishing. The entire protective lining of your intestines replaces its own cells every few days, sealing together to form a healthy tissue barrier. We usually wait for a painful diagnosis to start caring about this machinery. We wait until the bloating is unbearable or the fatigue becomes permanent. Prevention is a much quieter process. Healing is built on invisible daily victories. It is the decision to wait 1 extra hour before snacking, to pick a variety of seeds over a convenient processed bar, and to take a deep breath before lunch. When you embrace empty space and honor these biological boundaries, you stop the internal cannibalism. You build a resilient physical foundation designed to age with clear mental focus and steady, reliable energy.